yeah, my job is already done, because after this presentation, you know that just visiting the Kunsthistorische Museum is reason enough to come to Vienna. So thank you for that. But still, I want to add some more details and some more information on the city of Vienna. I did not come here on my own. I brought my dear colleague Thomas with me, who is responsible for travel trade relations. So if you have any questions concerning that business, please contact him. So let's see. Okay, no worries. I won't bore you with figures and numbers. I just want to present what Vienna is all about. It's the capital of Austria, as we now know. It's one of the fastest growing cities in Europe. It's forecasted to be the fastest growing city within the next couple of years. Why is that? It is also the most livable city in the world, according to a Mercer study, which listed Vienna #1 for the 6th time in a row now. But it is not only a great place for expats and locals, but naturally also for tourists, which makes it a very, very successful tourism destination with new records of overnight stays every month for years now, which of course makes us very happy. But and we owe that also to the American market, which is the second strongest international origin market for Vienna, right after neighboring Germany, which of course have not such a long distance to overcome to visit us. So this is really impressive, and I just want to bring a few examples how to explain that, why Vienna is so successful and so popular right now. I think Habsburg Slendor is the perfect example and representation of the imperial heritage of Vienna. It's just enormous. You can see it everywhere. You can see it in the beautiful art collections, but you also see it on the street. You see it in every building in the inner city. You see it like here in Schönbrunn Palace. It's omnipresent, this legacy of history, of arts and culture. But at the same time, and this is what we believe makes Vienna so unique and so special, Vienna became a very modern, very open-minded, cosmopolitan metropolis during the last only, I would say, 10 to 20 years. So this combination is really unique. Here you see right next to the Schönbrunn Castle Garden, you see Museums Quarter, another perfect example of a mixture of contemporary art institutions like Museum of Modern Art, Kunsthalle, where really avant-garde art is presented in the setting of the former Habsburg stables. So now there are no horses anymore, but contemporary art, which really is a nice mixture. I will skip this due to time reasons and come to music. I mean, Vienna is the world capital of music, I may say. No other city in the world have lived and worked so many world-famous musicians and composers. Think of Mozart and Strauss and Schubert. They all worked there, and left us again a huge legacy and very music related atmosphere in the whole city. Here you can see an open-air concert of the Vienna Philharmonic Orchestra, which takes place every year, which is for free, and thousands of locals and tourists visit it, which is also very Viennese approach, making art available to everyone and not make it an elitist thing for just a few. And then next to it you see Danube Island Festival, the biggest open-air party in Europe, where really pop musicians, very modern music acts are presented and staged every year. Culture, well, I could talk 2 hours or 2 days about culture in Vienna, but I won't do that. I will focus on one specific type of culture, which is the Viennese coffee house culture. This beautiful coffee house has already been presented. There are more of those. They're not all that beautiful, but some are. And many of them date back to the 19th century. So you can really feel this atmosphere of turn of the century Vienna, where all the intellectuals met and debated and discussed and just have their coffee. And you can do the same now. And it's not a place where you have a coffee and then leave, but you can spend yeah, enjoying the pastries in Vienna. And yes, actually the Viennese coffeehouse culture, not the coffeehouse per se, but the coffeehouse culture has been added to the UNESCO list of intangible cultural goods. So this is, I think, yeah, says it all. And next to it you see also as a comparison, during the last years, of course, all the modern restaurant culinary concepts popped up in Vienna as well. You have the food trucks, you have the street food, you have street food festivals, you have pop-up kitchens, and so you have it all in the same city. Which leads me to my last slide, and I think that's the very essence of Vienna. I think also the exhibition was the perfect introduction to this theme, it's enjoyment. Whatever you do in Vienna, you have to somehow immediately relax and enjoy yourself. Either you sit in the vineyards, like here in Vienna is a big wine-producing city, capital producing wine within city limits, that's very unique. Or here at Danube Canal, where you have bars and restaurants. It's how we live in Vienna. It's fortunately something that infects every tourist within 2 or 3 hours after arrival. You know that you just have to enjoy yourself, enjoy the city, enjoy the culture, the food, and I think that's what Vienna is about, and I think that's the secret of our success. Thank you.